State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's... And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Bringing the heat. Looking for a big gain. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Nebraska's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. One of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Paul.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking downfield, it's Gilliam. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky.
Working the middle.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Gilliam. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Quickly complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. That incompletion leaves him staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Flips it out to the back.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain. Now they're forced to punt.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Gilliam. Back open in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try the left side. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
The Cowboys come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The kick is on its way. Here's the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Gilliam. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Huskers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Cowboys with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Cowboys will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking to throw, it's Gilliam. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Motion from the back. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So after the first down run, here's second down. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, looking for a man. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Bounced off his feet. 3rd down coming up after that completion. He's looking downfield to throw. Got the back over the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Gilliam. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Makes the catch. And they're able to make the tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. There's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looking to pass. It's Gilliam. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snags it over the middle. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his target down the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Finds his man in the middle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
And the Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Burton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They started this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Looking downfield, it's Gilliam. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Huskers will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. To the air on 1st down. Got it. Bust through behind his pad. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Going to sling it on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Working that left side now. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Gilliam. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Trying to pick up a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Leaves it with the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gilliam. Immediately fires to the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. To the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. second down coming up. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's caught. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here on 3rd down. It's a draw. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Hard running there. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Huskers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Might as well stick with him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Give to the single back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Gilliam. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Punt is on its way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Back to pass on second down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Third down coming up after the completion. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Guzman. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll take a shot. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Gilliam. Hauls it in. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
And this has got to feel great if you're the offense. To go into enemy territory on the road and play as well as you did, it's going to give them a lot of confidence moving forward.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.